Awesome and amazing day, victorious people. Welcome to a podcast episode of VIP with Nikki B, where we see the victory in people, but most importantly, we want you to see the victory in yourself. I am your victorious host, Nikki B. Shout out to all of the victorious men out there. Shout out to you all. Did you all know that June is National Men's Health Month? I was like, okay, it's National Men's Health Month. So this is a perfect opportunity for our men to be their victorious selves. You're probably like, okay, what do we have to do for that? What's the best thing that we could do? Well, there's 3 things that we can do here. So number 1, men, we want you all to tweak the food you eat. You know, I ain't saying stay away from all the red meat, but you know, you can make some other choices. You can eat some chicken, some fish, something like that. Also, number 2, you want to set some goals. What are your physical goals, your mental health goals, your spiritual goals? You know, set up some nice healthy goals there. And then number 3, you want to get educated. You know, reach out to your local health community center. Find out what are some things that you could do to improve on your high blood pressure, or on your physical, or onto your mental health, right? That's so important. So why is National Men's Health Month so important? Well, here are a few things. You don't worry, right? You know, you may bump your knee, or you may have a headache or something like that. Well, when you go to the doctor, you find out what's going on, right? You find out what's going on, and guess what? You have no more worries because you know what to do now. And the second thing is, it is a conversation starter, right? You know, if you have a handsome man in your life, or a good man in your life, you want to reach out to other men and let them know, hey, this National Men's Health Month. So what do we need to do? You know, you go to the gym and you talk to one of your guy friends and things like that. And you all want to make sure that you talk about staying healthy and getting healthy. And so this is my favorite thing right here, guys. This is an excuse for you all to get pampered. There's lots of things that you could do. You can go get a massage. See, that's keeping your health good, right? You never thought about that, right? You will also want to go play some golf. Do you play golf? Go ahead and play you some golf. You can also take a long nap. That's one of my favorite things. Although I'm not a guy, but take a long nap. It's good for your mental health and your physical health as well. And if you want to find out more, you all can go to minorityhealth.hhs.gov to find out more. So this month is June, National Men's Health Month. So go ahead and get you all some good health, right? Keep your healthy lifestyles going on. So that is a segue here, right? We're going to stop all that healthy stuff, and we're going to talk into some fashion here. We're going to talk to my awesome and amazing friend, the fashionista, right? The vibrant, the cool, the classy Miss Tanya Foster. Hey, girl.
Hey, how are you today?
I am awesome and amazing. How are you on this beautiful Cleveland
You know
day?
what? I have no complaints, and I just want to say it is an honor to be on your show. So thank you for having me here today.
Oh, you're welcome. She said it's an honor. Okay. It is an honor to be here, and I'm super grateful. And thank you for spending your time with me. Super excited about that.
Yes.
So Miss Tanya, she is like I said, she's a fashionista. She is a model, and she is the creator of Creative Bottoms, Creative Shoes.
Yes.
Get me together, girl. Yes.
It's Creative Bottom Shoe Salon.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is your baby. This is your creative, right?
Yes.
So tell us about that. Like, how did this come into fruition for you?
Well, so I created my baby during the pandemic. It was something that I've always wanted to do, which what I do is actually hand paint the bottom of shoes. Who does that, right? We all think of Christian Louis Vuitton red bottom shoes, right?
Right.
But I've kind of like stepped out the box. I'm not Christian Louis Vuitton. I'm Creative Bottom Shoe Salon. So how I started was, you know how you have men and women crossing their feet and you see the bottom of their shoes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness, there's got to be something that we can do to make the bottom of your shoes a little bit more creative.
Right.
So one day I just was in the pandemic and got bored and I just started painting the bottom of shoes. And I tell you, when I got started, I couldn't stop. I was like, this is a beautiful masterpiece right here.
I love that.
And I took off from there. And my company speaks from word of mouth.
It's so true because actually, well, for me, it's not word of mouth. I seen a post on social media of some shoes. I was like, I got a couple of shoes that are just sitting in the closet and I'm kind of waiting to wear them, but I just don't know what to do with them. So I was like, girlfriend, what can you do with these? And she put her touch, her creative touch on these shoes. I have not worn them yet because I'm waiting for that special event. And she definitely keeps asking me, like, how come you haven't worn your shoes yet?
Yes, and what I tell people is that it's a salon. I'm not a shoe shop. Just like you go to the salon to get your hair done or your hair cut, these are your specialty shoes. So you take care of your specialty shoes as such. You don't drag your feet, you know what I'm saying? You keep them in specialty bags. You take care of your shoes. I design and custom paint these shoes to your personality. So I don't just paint the shoes, I also put designs on them as well.
Yeah.
So for men and women, and I'm trying to launch my business out to the babies.
Okay. I love that. You know, you're speaking of crossing generations, right? So not just the people you know, but also their nieces and nephews and little cousins and things like that, because I definitely see this as being a big thing, a big trend, right?
Yes.
But not only a trend, but something that's going to continue going. So I absolutely love that. You know, a pet peeve of mine, this is so funny. When I see a young lady, or let's just anyone, right? And they're walking and then they sit down and their shoes, you see the bottom of their shoes. Can y'all take the tags off the bottom of y'all shoes?
Oh my goodness.
That's terrible.
Yes.
That's just so tacky, y'all. Just take the tags off. The price tag, whatever that is,
Right.
take it off.
It just makes me want to hand in my business card and say, hey, come see me.
Yes, right.
and
you know, I could do something with the bottom of them shoes,
absolutely.
right? They don't have to be red, right?
No,
Yeah.
ma'am. You
So
know.
I absolutely love that. And sorry, you all, that's just a little pet peeve of mine because, yeah, that's awful. I think that's worse than having tissue on the bottom of your shoe when you come out of the bathroom.
Absolutely.
That's
You know,
horrible.
and, you know, for the men as well, you have a lot of men out here that like to cross their legs or as well. So, I mean, and their shoes are terrible at the bottom. So just imagine, you know, you have your nice gentleman, nice lady, and their legs are crossed. Now you have something a little bit more attractive to look at,
Yeah,
right?
right, exactly. You want to show them off more. Usually we don't show off the bottom of our shoes, but thanks to you, we will be doing that.
Absolutely. And most people don't think they're hand painted, but I mean, they think that the shoes come like that. No, you got to actually tell them, I hand painted them.
Yeah, I love that because the one pair that I have, they're blue suede pumps, and these shoes, okay, they were nice before, but they are even better now. You all, when I tell you she put my personality on the bottom of those shoes, there's like a little lipstick on there. There's some glasses, a little purse. They're so cute. They're so cute. Yeah, super uber cute. So. Speaking of, you know, you were bored and things like that. So when you created that, was it from, I know you were bored in that, but what else are you looking to change in the community or just people's perspective on fashion? So what is that like? And like how and why was that started?
I'm glad you brought that up because when you say talk about community, actually, I'm thinking of launching my business out to the schools, to like a deserving student prom or someone that's gotten their grades up. Also thinking of launching my business out to wedding shops. Because as we know, there's a lot of ladies that's getting married, and I will see my product, my shoe line, on like 20 different women.
Yes.
You understand? So that's my goal, and my goal is also to get with Gerber babies. I'm going to do that because I want them to see my shoe line.
Oh, the little baby
The
shoes.
little baby shoes, yes.
And
when
we
people are
keep
holding their
those.
babies,
Yeah.
I want
And
them
photo
to,
shoots.
absolutely, nobody's doing this. It may be someone doing this, but not like me. Not like Creative Bottom Shoe Salon. I'm sorry about that. They will know about Creative Bottom Shoe Salon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I'm not just trying to, do a word of mouth with my friends or any clients, but I'm trying to take it, further.
Oh, wow. I never even thought about that. And now that I'm thinking about it too, people love their pets, their dogs, and the dogs wear the little shoes too.
Oh,
they
my
do.
goodness.
My dog, she can't stand it. But I bought her some little rain boots. She doesn't like to wear them.
See,
but yeah.
Look at there. You just opened up another avenue for me.
Yeah.
It doesn't end.
I love the creativity, and the part that, the one thing that gets me in it is it's you. And you're such a creative individual. So something else about Miss Tanya here, she used to model as well. So tell the people about, that past life, because I know you don't do that anymore, but you dibble and dabble. You still got it, girl, okay?
Yes.
You still have it. So how does that part of your life play into Creative Bottom Shoe Salon?
Well, as you know, I've been modeling for over 30 years, since I was 19. Started in New York, and then did modeling here around the city. But now I'm retired. I'm a legend. So as it comes, as they call me, if I have the time, I'll still rip the runway.
I know that's
at the age of 50, going on 51.
I'm sorry.
Still gracing my presence.
I'm sorry. How old are you?
50 going on 51, September 10th. Yes,
she doesn't.
ma'am.
She's fit. She's toned. She's a fashionista. She's 50 years old, you all. She looks really well.
Also, I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize. I within this pandemic, I'm not even gonna say pandemic anymore because it's not a pandemic. By me painting, right? I've collected some antique items, and I have a vase that I've spray painted. So I just started to paint the bottom of that, and it's actually beautiful. So now I'm trying to take my business in another avenue, possibly opening up an antique store, painting the bottom of whatever. I'm just making the bottom of whatever that I can put my hands on and beautify it.
And I love that, when you tap into your authentic self, right? When you have time to sit down, be quiet, silent, and you're peaceful. And again, you're your authentic self. You don't have those distractions. You don't have a lot of toxic energy or negative energy around. That is when you start to create and innovate and inspire, right?
Absolutely.
And so it starts to pour out. And so I absolutely love that. It's pouring out. So that's awesome. That's amazing. I love that. I have a few things that you could, touch up to that I have around the house too. So I definitely have some ideas. So you got some more clientele coming my way from me. Yeah. So, how can people reach out to you? They like, hey, I have some shoes that I want you to do, or what can you do with these? What do they need to do? Like, how do you get inspired? Do you just look at someone and tell, like, this is what I'm gonna do, or do you surprise them? Do they give you ideas? Like, how does that process work?
So how they can reach out to me, first they can reach me on IG, which is creative.bottoms, or they can just follow me on Facebook, which is Tanya Foster, or you can Google me. Just Google me on Creative Bottoms Shoe Salon. You'll see me on Google.
Okay.
And how I inspire them. Some people, would just bring me shoes, whether they're new or old, right? I love doing the old shoes because people are ready to throw them away. No, don't do that. You bring them to me. It's kind of like refurbishing your bottoms of your shoes. Like my girlfriend had a pair of shoes, and they looked, I'm going to just say it, a hot mess at the bottom. And by the time I got finished with them, she was like, it's the expression for me. You understand? It's the expression for me when my clients get their shoes. It's the, OMG.
Yeah.
So they say either they're going to tell me a color that they want to tell me to put my personality into them. So I don't only just paint the bottom of the shoes. I also design the bottom of shoes. So I can put like rhinestones, diamonds on the ladies' shoes or whatever the case may be. Or for the men's shoes, like, say for instance, sports. You may be into sports. I'll put like a little football or maybe a basketball or maybe like if you're cutting hair, some little scissors at the bottom of your shoes. Give it that little umph.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and I do get clients that come to me with Christian Louis Vuitton shoes. Okay.
No.
So I do have to touch up the red Louis Vuitton shoes as well too. So and I will say this, and I have to pat myself on the back.
Go ahead.
I've painted a pair of red bottom shoes and the bottom of my color didn't even come off versus to the Louis Vuitton shoes that they wore the next day. It was a hot mess. So I was like, okay, I did something right.
Right.
Whatever products I'm using.
Okay.
And I'm still learning to this day to try to master my products, my product line.
Talking about the products and the creation it takes to create these, what is the time frame? So if I give you a pair of shoes today, a pair of pumps, what's the time frame of getting that back?
I say at least give me between 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
But they can be rushed, but that'll be a little bit more money, and that's okay. But it can be done I'd say the turnaround time is 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. All right. That's cool. And when you say, you put rhinestones and things like that on, men's shoes are particularly flat. So how do you do that? This is just how my brain is working. Like, how does that work?
My little secret, I guess.
Okay, then go ahead and keep your secrets.
But it is. I mean, at the bottom, it's at the bottom of that shoe. They just have to tap into Creative Bottom Shoe Salon.
Yeah, I love that.
And let me do what I do.
So with this, I know, we all, not everyone, but for the most part, we do have a 9-to-5 or primary job. How do you find the time to, make time for your business? How do you do that?
After 5 and also doing it while I'm working. Mm-hmm. So, it's a hustle. And like anything that you want, it's a grind.
Yeah.
And I want it. Yeah. And I could see my products. When I see my shoe line on women's feet or men's feet, I'm like, did I do that?
Yeah, you get it so excited.
I mean, I'm so excited. And like when my girlfriend, just say for instance, she, over the weekend, she brought her cowboy boots down for her family to look at it. It was the expression for me. They was like, wow, you did that?
Right.
Yes.
I love that. Yeah,
and absolutely. If you don't tell anybody it's been hand painted, they won't know. They'll think you bought those shoes.
They'll think you bought it like that. Yeah.
I'm like, no, I did that.
You better be your biggest fan.
You better know it. Yes, ma'am.
Let's normalize being your biggest fan. Because at one point, you weren't your biggest fan. You were humble and quiet, like, no. But it's like, no, you have to be your biggest cheerleader, because if you're not, then who won't? Right? Mm-hmm. People mimic what we do. Right? When you're excited, other people are going to be excited too.
Absolutely.
They're like, oh, what you got going on? Oh, this is the hottest thing coming. Da 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 da. Right? So, yeah, I absolutely love that. You better pat yourself on the back and say, did I do that? Oh, yes, you did.
Right. And I will tell you, I was afraid to share my ideas on YouTube, but guess what? Everybody's painting shoes. You go into the grocery store, there's different brands of bread, right? So I can't be afraid to go on YouTube or anywhere and show what I do.
You're saying. Yeah, right.
So right. I can show what I do, because everybody can't paint like me. Mm-hmm. I can't paint like you.
Right.
Everybody can't cut hair so everybody's doing something. So now I want to branch out a little bit more and just go on YouTube or whatever and just be able to show. No, I am painting this shoe.
Right.
This shoe did not come from the store. Look at me.
Right.
This is how I do it.
I love that, you all. I'm just blown away right now how the creativity just started to ooze out into something else, and you were just like, let me look at that vase and let me paint this too and see how it turns out.
Oh, man.
And I actually seen some of that work that you did, and it looks like you purchased that from a store. Like, it's really nice. You have a really good knack for
Thank you.
Taking something that is older and redoing it, making
Yes.
it much better,
Yes.
right? So I
Yes.
absolutely love that. I've always loved your creativity, you know, the way that you carry yourself and your style and your fashion. So here's a quick little story with Nikki B, right? So me and Miss Tanya, we actually worked together. That's how we met.
Yes.
And the supervisor, whatever, was walking me around, and we went over to where Miss Tanya was working. And when she was sitting down, I was like, oh, hey. She was like, oh, hey. And she was like, oh, hi. Like, her attitude, her joy, everything was just exuberating. I was like, oh, I like her, right? And not only that, when she stood up, I was like, oh, how tall are you, 6'2"?
Oh, my God. No, with my heels on, I'm 5'10" and a half.
Okay. When she stood up, I was just like, oh, okay. And her outfit was together, her hair was together. To me, I didn't even think about an age, because it was a light, it was a joy that she was giving out, which in turn for me, I gave it right back. And she was like, oh yeah, I like you already. This is gonna be something. I didn't think too much about it, but I did like the way she made me feel. And from that moment on, me and her have been friends.
Over 7 years?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, almost, yes.
You know, you all, sometimes when we have conversations, we just have really good conversations. And every time I talk with her, well, you tell them. I don't want to tell anyone. Like, she'll be like, are you... First of all, she was like, are you always like this? But then as the years have went on, she was like, yes, you are always
She's an angel.
like,
She's an angel. She's always smiling. Her presence is just like joyful. If you had a bad day, Nikki, a VIP with Nikki B, oh my God, she would turn that frown into a smile. She just have a pleasant soul.
Oh, I love that. And now, I used to be afraid to say this, but now I'm not afraid to say it, because I understand who the victory is that's in me. It's a God in me that brings out so much joy, because I found the peace and the joy in him, because I know there's an end to me. I will get sad. I will get a little depressed and things like that. But when I tap into the source, all of that goes away and the light just comes on.
Yes.
So I absolutely love that. And I love our conversation today. I'm super excited for you.
Thank you.
Creative Bottom Shoe Salon. Be on the lookout, you all. I'm so excited about that.
Bottoms.
Yes.
IG.
I'm so excited about that. And I'm going to be wearing my shoes soon, okay?
Yes.
We have
I'm
some
super
events.
excited.
Because we have some events coming up. We ain't going to talk about it.
It's
yet.
summertime. Y'all come on and get these shoes colored.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. And some of your antiques. If you want those, a little refresher.
Don't throw them away. Call me.
Together too.
I'll refurbish them, spray paint them, do what I have to do to make them
Rhinestone
beautiful. Rhinestone them.
Right.
Mirrors.
Right. Well, victorious people, you all heard it here. Reach out to Miss Tanya Foster. You know, she laid it out with you all. You can Google her, she said, okay?
Yes.
So she is truly victorious and walking in her authentic self. This has been another awesome and amazing episode of VIP with Nikki B, where we see the victory in people, but most importantly, we want you to see the victory in yourself. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you won't miss our next victorious conversation.